Hi everybody. First I want to thank everybody for taking the time out of your day to come help us celebrate of our paying off our high school. First off, before I go into most of the thank yous, I want to throw a big thank you out to Jean McVeigh over in the board office that had a big job of sending out a lot of invites, collecting the RSVPs. The fact that you're here indicates your support for public education. This is the only preaching I'll do tonight. Public education is under attack, and we certainly appreciate your support. Back in 1998-99 school year at Ridgewood, the community and school board started the process of planning and building this wonderful high school. Before anything else, I would like to recognize some folks here who RSVP'd. If they are not here, you know, I apologize. I'm going to say their name anyway, and if you're here and I mention your name, please stand up. West Lafayette Mayor Jesse Tubbs. West Lafayette Council members Adam Fisher, Christy Maurer. Are there any other council members that I'm missing, Adam? Thank you. Township trustees that RSVP'd were Mike Gress, Rick Berger, and Travis Hahn. Are there any, thank you. Are there any other trustees from the area that I missed? Representing Coshocton County, I sure want to thank our commissioners, Gary Fisher and Bob Bigrig, for coming. Ridgewood administration, Mike Maslowski, superintendent, Jay Tingle, treasurer, Todd Stouffer, high school principal, Brian Rach, Sean Miller, and Nate Carpenter. That's our administrative team. Our buildings and grounds administrator for the district is Doug Patterson. Past superintendents in attendance would be Rick Rach. Past board members in attendance, Wendell Waters, Bob Hamilton, John Porteous, Catherine Miller. Thank you all. Are there any, other than the initiating board? Oh, Bill Owens, I'm sorry, Bill, that's it. And Bill Owens. Are there any, other than the initiating board members, are there any other past board members I'm missing? No, she's initiating. Thank you. Board members that were here during the initiation phase of the building, Board President Karen Brown, Mike Hill, Dennis Cabot didn't RSVP, but he was on the board, Chuck Ellis, Bill Milligan did RSVP, but I haven't seen him, and Melba Dusenberry was on that board, and of course we lost Melba a few years back. Current board members, Mr. John Revesell, Kathy McRae, Alan Fulker, and Nate Gress. Have I missed any electeds at all? Thank you. In addition to the past board members, your current board members wanted to make sure that the whole Ridgewood community was invited, and we wanted our counties, our townships, and our village electeds invited to express our appreciation for all everyone does and has done to make what Ridgewood folks call around here Wood Nation. It is a great place, and thank you for your help. Back during the flood of 2019 and following the pandemic, we understood more than ever that Ridgewood schools are the heart and soul of this community, the center, for lack of a better word, of the community. And it took then, and it takes now, all of us collectively to make and keep Wood Nation what it is. Although I could go on and on about examples of what I mean of our electeds and our communities working together, here are just a couple instances that came to mind this afternoon. During the flood in 2019, Ridgewood Middle School was set up as a distribution center and a place for people to get food, collect cleaning materials and such. I can remember city council members, along with school employees, manning that distribution center for what seemed like weeks, and distributing water, food, bleach cleansing products. And Superintendent Maslowski, realizing the need, contacted every trash provider, and the parking lot behind the stadium became a free drop-off point where I know we hauled away hundreds of dumpsters filled with items people had moved from their homes at no cost to them. And I do not think, I know there were several city council folks there, but I do not ever remember Mr. Maslowski leaving. It seemed like he was there 24/7. During COVID, our township trustees and our city council members approached us about leftover recovery money that they had. So we worked with them, and using this money, we installed air handlers in every building that are state-of-the-art. They have the ability to filter and purify all the air in the buildings 25 times a day. They are literally state-of-the-art, and we couldn't have done that without our council, our village townships, and it just reiterates how it really does take all of us, and we appreciate you all being here and sharing in this great celebration. We're going to watch a video put together by Ridgewood teacher Haley Evans, and again, I can't say enough about what Haley and her students have done here. We also want to thank Larry Stahl, the photo library of the late Dan and June Markley, and the Johnson Humrick House Museum for digitizing these pictures that we've been able to come up with over the last couple months. Then, after we watch this video, we'll have a couple comments by a couple folks, and then we will go outside to burn the mortgage. It'll be outside of this door over here. To my right, the current board believes that having the initiating board burn the mortgage is the right thing to do. So we will go ahead and go outside. I ask that everybody in here that is a past or present board member kind of create a semicircle behind these folks, and the initiating board will go ahead and burn the mortgage. We will have refreshments after that here in the cafeteria. I want to thank Pearl Valley Cheese, French Press Cafe, Backroads Bakery for what we have there. They have provided and are sponsoring those items that we'll be able to enjoy. I also want to throw a shout out to our FFA program. There will be some members of our Future Farmers of America group helping serve the cake. And this by no means is a shakedown, but they have a bucket in front of them. There's about 10 of them that are going to Ireland. And it's an important trip. These individuals are going to be going to Ireland and visiting about 10 different farms. And it's kind of a great trip for a high school kid to be able to make and see how things are done over there. So the bucket's in front of them. If you want to throw a few bucks in for them, they all have to pay their way. And if you want to throw a few bucks, throw it in. If you want to get someplace to where maybe later you can make a contribution, I know the kids would appreciate it. The cake's going to be served by those folks from the FFA. So I know I'm forgetting something, but I'm going to turn it over to Superintendent Maslowski. Thank you.
At this time, we're going to watch the video.
I forgot to let everybody know that a couple things. This evening out here in the cafeteria, that video will be rolling again. It will be on our Facebook page. I know there were a lot of pictures. They weren't necessarily in order sometimes. It went very quick. But we did want to let everybody know just everything. We've got pictures of when the three-story building, the old high school, was torn down, all that. So if you have any pictures that you think are of any historical value, please reach out to us, reach out to Haley. and we can get those digitized and saved. We think that's very, very important. I did want to address, Mayor Tubbs came in, we mentioned you earlier, so thanks. I mentioned everybody that were the electeds. Let's see. If anybody wants to see and I don't know if anybody will, but about 7:15, I'm going to be over at the field house, and let anybody that hasn't had a chance to go in and see the field house, I'll open up the back door, and anybody that wants to come over, come over. And if nobody shows up, I'll leave. I'll go home early. But we did want to give this opportunity for folks to see the field house. And if any of you didn't have a lot of pictures, but if any of you ever want to see our farm, we were able to purchase some ground, about 10 acres off the Landis family, and we put a bus garage and then a farm for our FFA program out down the road. If anybody wants to see that farm or the bus garage, you reach out to myself, one of the board members, or Mike or Jay, and we'll make sure you have the opportunity to go through it and see it. You paid for it. Thank you.
Thanks, Frank. I appreciate everybody's attendance. I'm so proud to be a general. I had the opportunity to come here as an educator about 25 years ago, and it was the best decision I ever made. This is truly my family, and I can't say enough about the community that supports the school district, and it doesn't happen everywhere. I think we know that. I try to remind our staff and our students of that this doesn't happen everywhere. I appreciate Frank for organizing this event. He did an outstanding job making sure that everybody who needs to be invited, and then also making sure that we open it to the public. I can't say enough about this building. I can't say enough about our grounds. I mean, think about this building. Think about how old it is. Think about at that time, 20-some years ago, how other school districts were getting new buildings. Go to those buildings and then come back and look at ours. We're second to none. I can't say enough about our maintenance staff, our custodial staff, our mechanics. Can't say enough about the work that they do. I appreciate Doug Patterson. We both came in about the same time. He does an amazing job making sure that, you know, school is about education, but we do that inside brick and mortar, right? And there's a lot of movable parts to that. And I think it's important that when things look nice, when things are clean, when things are safe, we are being able to be better educators for our students, and our students will be able to achieve at a high end. A couple things I'm also proud of, that in addition to, since we built this new school, we've had some new construction. You saw it with new bleachers, new track, a new field house. We were able to purchase a wonderful bus garage, state-of-the-art bus garage. I would compare it to anybody in the state. A farm, finally. I know our Sue Davis and Logan Pyre's been working on that forever, and we were able to purchase that. We're able to put a new roof on this building. We've been able to put new windows at the middle school and at the elementary, new doors. We've been able to upgrade safety procedures and technology. It's absolutely amazing. Our students have state-of-the-art technology that is comparable to anybody in the suburbans. I always feel like what New Albany has or Upper Arlington, we should have the same thing or better. We have opportunities for our students at every level, from elementary, middle school, to high school, that is second to none. Our programming, from performing arts to our College Credit Plus programs to our athletic programs and FFA, I'm so proud of. And we've been able to do all these things in this district and have wonderful things without going back to the taxpayers. Think about that. I've been here 25 years. I've never had to work on a levy before. I think that's pretty unheard of. I mean, we're operating on funds from 1985. We're strapping our butt buckle, aren't we? I mean, we're doing an amazing job with the facilities that we have. We're able to hire the best employees, from classified to certified to administration. We have very low turnover. It's hard to get into this district, and people want to get in. It's hard now for students from outside our district that want to get in. And that says everything about you. I mean, it does. It's about the community support that they have for this school, and the pride that we have, and the expectations that we have. And it's been very, at times it's difficult And I have a great partner in Jay where he wants the same thing for our kids, and we will find a way. We look at, okay, this is something we want to try to do. What can we do to get it? What funds do we have? What grants can we go over? So we do a lot of extra because we want to give those extras to our students. So I'm just very proud to be part of this community and part of this wonderful school district. At this time, I'm going to call Karen Brown, and she's going to have some short comments regarding her role and the time period of getting the new high school. So very happy that Karen's here to join us.
Well, thank you for having us. It's really exciting to be a part of this. It brings back fond memories. We need to sit down and watch that video with Dr. Carnizana because he would have a story about every picture. I don't know if you have any idea what a taskmaster he was at that point in time, holding people's feet to the fire. Kind of as a side, at that same time, those of you on the board will remember letter after letter that he wrote to get a stoplight at 36 and 93. They didn't want to put a stoplight in there, and we fought because we'd be bringing busloads of kids from Fresno over here. And every time I go by there, I think, what would it be like if we did not have a stoplight at that intersection today? I understand too, through fiscal responsibility, we're having this celebration earlier than we might have anticipated. I agree too, the condition of the building speaks for itself, and the program. We have a high reputation for the programs that we offer here. It is so fitting that we're sitting in this auditorium and that it's been named for Jill Collins because nobody worked harder to get the funds for us to have this auditorium, and they're maximizing the use of it. I'm so glad that we went ahead and did that. Thank you again. I appreciate being invited.
We asked Vic Harzana, who was the superintendent at the time, to say a few words, but he is not feeling well today, so he prepared a statement that I'm going to read. To Frank Matthews and the current members of the Ridgewood Board of Education, thank you for including me in the current festivities. Unfortunately, I'm unable to attend due to severe sinus infection. However, I would like to recognize the past boards of educations I've had the privilege of serving. Almost from the beginning of my service as a superintendent, there were talks of a new high school. In the year 2000, the state of Ohio began a massive school construction program. Claymont School was one of the first to take advantage of it. It was at that point that Karen Brown and Melba Dusenberry began to see a new vision for the Ridgewood schools. Excuse me. The board at this time approved looking into getting funds for a new high school. A lengthy process began. Service went to the state on a number of projects. A new track, a school building construction. This happened several times. I'm also grateful to Ron Tedrick and John Rivasil for accompanying me and supporting me. The news was very optimistic. The state would give us $20 million to bring our buildings into compliance. However, we had to pass a levy. With our architect, we designed a new high school, renovated the current middle school, tore down the old middle school, and renovated and added on to the elementary. There was no auditorium scheduled for that new high school. Once again, the board took a bold move. We're going to fund it ourselves. Though through the efforts of a number of people, including Jill Collins, who raised funds through the sale of seats, we saw our way ahead. Many of the contractors and the architect did not charge their usual fees for the auditorium. The names are listed on the benefactor plaque. Since then, I came to learn that the auditorium is named after Jill Collins, the Jill Collins Performing Arts Center. There's no better person I could think of. She is the one that has made great use of the auditorium for the benefits of our students. I know this firsthand since I had 2 grandchildren who took part in her plays. A special mention also needs to be made to Joy Padgett, who was our state representative for a number of years. She would meet regularly with the superintendent of the county and encourage them. This would not be possible without the support of our community. Our cost for the building was about 13 cents on the dollar. At that time, when we were in construction, we decided to build a board office. Our treasurer, Patty Stalker, was paying $800 a month to rent the old Jones Xylon building. With board support, should negotiate the building of the board office. Thank you, Patty. I fear that I might have left off some folks who support our efforts. Please forgive me. The construction project was truly the result of the community coming together for the benefits of our children and the school district. To my fellow teachers and administrators, I need to tell you that it has been my privilege to serve the Ridgewood schools. Thank you. Vic Cardizana, 1995 to 2005. At this time, Jay Tingle, our current school treasurer, will talk a little bit about some bond information.
As Mike said, I'm Jay Tingle, the treasurer here at Ridgewood Local Schools. And as we continue reminiscing, let's get into the great, exciting things of the numbers. So, on May 4th, 1999, the voters of the Ridgewood Local School District passed the school improvement bond for $1.3 million. Not less than $775,000 could be used for the renovations, add-ons, or improvements of school district buildings, and not less than $325,000 could be used for furnishing and equipment for said buildings. Fast forward a few months later, in November of '99, the general public again passed the classroom facility improvement bond. Total estimated cost for the project, $20,173,934. Of that $20 million, $17,414,934, which equated to 86%, came from state shares. $2,759,000 for local funds, which was just under 14 cents on the dollar. Total of both bonds was over $21 million. Our local share was only 19 cents on the dollar to do everything that we had done at the time. The original bond was funded by Bank One with an individual who helped see us through, Todd Brown, and Todd is in attendance tonight. And the bond was just a little over $4 million at a 7% rate. In 2006, we refunded that bond through Huntington Bank. The amount refunded was $2,814,996 at a 4% rate that saved the taxpayers $289,000. And in 2016, we refunded again with People's Bank. Todd Brown helped us at that time. $1,250,000 at a rate of 1.908% that saved our taxpayers an additional $153,000. I'd like to say thank you to People's Bank, Kirk Frazee and Todd Brown for attending this evening and for the partnership that they've been to the district. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. Once again, I'd like to thank everyone for attending. It's been a great evening, better than I anticipated or expected, and it says a lot about this community. So what we're going to do next is this. We're going to move out to your left, my right, out to doors out here, if you care to join us for the mortgage board burning. If not, you can stay in the cafeteria, help yourself to some French press coffee, some cake from Back Road Bakery, and cheese from Pearl Valley. We have all of our classrooms open, so feel free to walk through and check out our classrooms and look how beautiful our classrooms are, how clean our classrooms are. You can look at we have a place called the General Assembly. It's our CCP lounges where our College Credit Plus students, I don't know if you know this, so students now can take college courses and the school district pays for it, which is a savings for the community and the parents. But what we're unique about is this. We have 14 courses, almost 50 credit hours where kids can stay here and take a class with their teacher. They are going to Zane State or Kent State. We have about 73 kids this year that are taking a College Credit Plus. 72 are taking it here, which means we're keeping our best and brightest right here at Ridgewood. And we have our teachers who provide a rigorous curriculum for those students. It's absolutely amazing. So a lot of area schools are losing a lot of their kids. They're not in the building. There's hardly any juniors or seniors in the building. They're out and about. Our kids are here, and I think that's what makes us so special, is the culture that we have, that kids want to be part of that. I thank our teachers that take that on, and I also believe, having a strong FFA program and performing arts makes a huge difference, as well as our athletics. So feel free to look around, all the classrooms are open. But at this time, we're going to convey outside to the burning barrel. Frank has the original mortgage. We have a chance to burn it. It's awesome. We did it early. We're doing awesome financially. We have awesome programs, so I know this is something we're really looking forward to. So I thank everyone for coming, and please stay for some fellowship and some light refreshments. Thank you.